Hey guys, it's Blue Gal. I recorded I recorded a video blog this morning and I had deleted it and just had to start over because I started reading the blogs and um, people responding to this Kennedy endorsement of Obama. Both Caroline Kennedy and Senator Ted have endorsed Obama for president, and I wanted to share with some of you who are too young to remember the campaigns of 1976 and 1980. Can you believe Senator Ted ran for president 27 years ago? I was a volunteer for him back then. Yeah, I'm an old fart liberal. That's me. Okay. But I wanted to talk about what happened back in 1976, because some of you are too young to remember that. In 1976, Jimmy Carter was running for president, and a congressman from Arizona named Morris Udall was also running. And the mayor of Detroit, a black mayor, Coleman Young, was, I think he was the Michigan, let me look this up, I think he was the Michigan campaign, it doesn't say. I think he was the Michigan campaign chair as well. But Coleman Young, the mayor of Detroit, accused Morris Udall of racism because he belonged to the Mormon Church. You know, everything old is new again. Here we have Mitt Romney and you know, dealing with the same thing. In 1976, the Mormon Church did not allow blacks to serve in the priesthood of the church. And they've since changed that policy. They changed it in 78 by divine revelation. Anyway, Coleman Young came out and accused Morris Udall of being a racist because he was a Mormon. And it was really an unfair charge because, number one, Morris Udall had come out quite forcefully against the church on this particular issue publicly, and number two, more to the point, Morris Udall had broken with the church and was no longer an active member because of the racism issue. So he had actually broken with the church, and so this was really a smear. And the interesting thing about this 1976 race is Ted Kennedy wasn't running for president. He didn't run for president in 1976. And he called Jimmy Carter to task for this, for not correcting Coleman Young and for not reining in Coleman Young on his own misstatement or smear or whatever you want to call it. Kennedy had the attitude that, look, frontrunners and candidates themselves have to be in charge of their surrogates, and they need to be in control. The candidates need to be in control of the message. They need to be in control of people that are speaking for them, and when somebody steps out of line, like Coleman Young did about Morris Udall, it's time to step up to the plate and say so. And Carter didn't. And I just think that what's going on right now with, the New York Times today said that Ted Kennedy and former President Bill Clinton had a heated telephone exchange earlier this month over what Mr. Kennedy considered misleading statements by Mr. Clinton about Mr. Obama, as well as his injection of race into the campaign. It's the same thing. You know, it's just the same thing all over again. And the criticism, you know, the Clintons lost. I don't think they would have had Kennedy's endorsement, but, you know, they wanted Kennedy to stay out of it. And he doesn't roll that way. And it's pretty obvious that he hasn't rolled that way in 31 years. Oh my God. I'm telling you. We're getting old. Okay. Good for us. Good for us. Just a minute about Bloggerel Amnesty Day, which is coming up this Sunday, the 3rd. You know, we love Duncan, of course we do. But that's not what this is about anymore, is it? It's not about who put who on whose Bloggerel. It's about celebrating the small blogs. And I wrote to a number of smaller bloggers last week and asked them, how can we celebrate this day? This is being spearheaded, by the way, by John Swift and Skippy the Bush Kangaroo. I'm not in charge of this, but I did ask fellow bloggers on their behalf how we should celebrate this Bloggerel Amnesty Day. And I was really tickled. A lot of people came back and said, well, I think we should all do our own Mike's Blog Roundup. And I mentioned this. I emailed Mike of the Blog Roundup at Crooks and Liars, and I emailed John Amato and said, you would just be astonished at how many bloggers said that. And I know Mike was really touched. And John said, you know, it's all about sharing love. So that's what I'm going to do. Is usually the roundup is 4 to 6 links. But just do, anyone that wants to, do a little mini roundup of small blogs. And Skippy had a really good idea. Skippy the Bush Kangaroo had a really good idea on how to determine what is a small blog. He said, be kind to a blog with less traffic than yours. That's your definition of a small blog, is somebody who has less traffic than you do. That's what I'm going to do, is on that day, make sure you title your post, you know, have Bloggerel Amnesty Day in your post somewhere so that we can find them. Also, John Swift will be publishing links, so if you want to send him your permalink for your post, he'll give you a link there, he says. And so that'll be fun. And share a lot of love and discover a lot of new talent that way. I went through my Bloggerel the other day trying to see if I could call anybody up because it's so long, and wound up adding 3 or 4 new people, because that's what happens. You just start surfing and you say, oh wow, this guy really knows how to write. So that's the way that goes. Salon tonight, and tonight at exactly the same time that we're having Salon is the State of the Union address. So fortunately, Salon is typing, not talking. So you can come over and type your reactions live. We'll all be on Skype. And then there is also there's a kind of scorecard drinking game online that I'll link at my blog, which, if you're watching this just on YouTube and you haven't read my blog before, it's bgalrstate.blogspot.com, and it's the post for January 28th. All right, Salon tonight. We'll see you there, 9 Eastern, and that's the same time as the State of the Union, so I'll have that on NPR Live, and it'll be a lively time. All right, take care and have a great day. Bye.